You are really good. You sound like, at some moments you sound like saxophone.
Yeah, well that's sort of one of my heroes was famous for, they call it a pocket saxophone.
Yeah?
Yeah, Little Walter sort of became famous for making it sound like a saxophone. There's different styles, you know, there's blues style and there's country style, and I kind of been playing with mostly blues, but some of the country stuff is kind of, and then there's a folk style.
Folk style.
Yeah, which is more.
What is the difference between country and folk style?
Country is very rural, poor rural, you know, back in the 30s, the 40s, the 20s even. Some of it is hillbilly, you know, from Appalachian Mountains, whereas folk style is more the 60s.
It's a modernized country, yeah.
It's much more, it's newer and it's more white. So there's a, let's see if I can think of, this is a, what's going wrong with you? I'll play a song like from the 30s. It's a real black country, and it's interdigitation. It's a sort of a complicated rhythm. I'm not really quite comfortable with it yet, but I've been playing with it. The hard part for me is always remembering how it starts, because there's no words that you can. It's like a rhythm. Well, tell me, baby, what's going wrong with you? Don't you tell me, pretty mama, listen to what I'm saying now. Tell me, baby, what's going wrong with you? Oh, you don't treat me nothing like you used to do. the chief of police. Course, these women around here just won't give me no peace.
Good.
That was the Sonny Boy Williamson. A very famous guy. He was the guy who basically, in the 30s and 40s, made it so that every blues band since then had to have a harmonica player. He had this style of very rhythmic. It's a chordal instrument. It plays chords mostly, and it basically is a rhythmic chordal instrument. Which, and you know, you don't play individual notes when you play his way. Some people play. That's what you play individual notes. He doesn't do that. He plays with his tongue. It's called tongue, and he goes. So everything is slapping the tongue, getting chords, getting single notes, and then opening up chords. So you can hear them. You hear that note, but most of what you hear is the whole chord. Which is the one note that's kind of like, that's his style. That's a kind of it's an early blues style. And then later, if I can think of it later, I'm working on there's another later country, not blues, but country. I can't remember how, I can't. People like, you know the group The Lovin' Spoonful from the 70s?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, there was the guy that was a harmonica player named, what's his name? The way I usually practice, I have, you know, lots of music right on my iPhone, and I put it into this program that lets you take little chunks of it, listen to it.
Komadični toga.
So
You mean recognizing through chunks to recognize the whole.
Well, if you're practicing a song, let's see, where's this guy that I'm trying to think of? John Sebastian.
John Sebastian.
Yeah. Yeah, John. So, this is something that he does. It's country, but it's more modern. So I've been working on that one.
What you played yesterday on Riva when we were in
that was an early country. That was also that's like a hillbilly song, which is that's like you know hillbilly, what hillbilly is?
Yeah.
Like white people who live in the mountains of West Virginia. They didn't know anything. They would make their own whiskey, and they're called hillbillies. And they had music that actually went all the way back to the English.
That is the part of it was shown in that movie, the famous movie. What was the John Borman, the Deliverance? At the beginning when he encounters a boy with a banjo, and then they play together. You know, the retarded boy with the banjo.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. A lot of people, educators, scholars, went into the hills
But that what we played, what you've played yesterday on Riva, was full with rhythm. It was accordion, but you were introducing a rhythm with
well, that's the thing. The harmonica is a great rhythm instrument.
Yeah.
You know, it's primarily a rhythm instrument, and so using it, that's its main strength because it plays whole chords nicely. So that song was like. Different. Well, down the road from me, there's an old hollow tree where I lay down. I got a haul too. Go round the bend and I come back again for that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that old Mountain Dew. Them that refuse it off you. I'll shut up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, old Uncle Nort, he's sawed off and short. He measures about 4'2". Give him a pint, he'll roar like a giant, filled with good old Mountain Dew. Nort's dog, Abe Lincoln, started in a drinking when he was just a little puppy. You don't wanna see him when he's howling in a pen, 200 proof, old Mountain Dew.
Good.
Mountain
Perfect. Ooh, that
Dew.
was.
Old Mountain Dew. But that's not blues.
This is not blues.
No. Blues has got a very special rhythm, 12 bar. I'll give you a blues, a typical blues verse. That's 12 bars. That's the first 4 bars of the next 12 bars. It's on the 1 chord. Then you go. That's the 4 chord. That's back to the 1 chord. And you go up to the 5. Turn around.
Yeah. It's
It's always the
fantastic.
same.
Huh?
It's always the
Sve
same.
harmonike do C, D i tako. Različite.
Ne, on ovdje govori koliko akorda.
Znam ja to, kažem ti, mislim ima 4 harmonike.
Dobro, ali on zato jer mu se jedna napuni. You know, those four instruments, they're different.
With these 4?
Yes.
And they're identical except the key that they're in. When the music is in the key, when you have a guitar, you can play a guitar in any key.
So they're different key.
So these are all different keys. So when
yeah.
you're playing in a band, you have to have all the keys that they might play in. So usually you need 12 harmonicas.
So when you go out to the bar, how many you bring with you?
Well, I bring 12. Well, there's some that you almost never use. I bring at least 7. But if you're, I'm usually choosing the songs when I'm performing, because when I go, I say, oh, I'm singing and I'm playing. I'm not just. Otherwise, I'll get up with somebody else whoever leads chooses the song and the key. So if you go to what's called an open mic or a jam, and you sign up, you say you want to do this. If you sign up as a vocalist, then you choose the song, and then you choose the key. And so I really only need to bring,
But let's say you're going to bar.
I know in advance, but sometimes they say, well, why don't you play with these guys also? And say you should have your.
So then you are following, then whatever they are.
Their song, they're filling in.
So, but quite often when you go, you are already, sort of organized to be...
Oh yeah, I have songs prepared. But then the question is, you don't know who you're playing with. You have to communicate to them what you want, the key and the rhythm, and depending on how good they are. You have to know, for example, what the drummer should be doing. If you do it this, if you're leading, then you need to know what the drummer should be doing, what the bass player should be doing, and you have to communicate. Usually it's obvious, because there are certain grooves that are, if you say a shuffle, then it's always, everybody knows that. And everybody knows, there's a bunch of, if you say a rumba, that's 12 bars also, but it's a rumba groove. And the band will know that. And they'll know, there's a whole bunch of grooves that they will know. If you say you want to do something like, Muddy Waters, Mojo. I got my mojo working. Just don't work on you. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I want to love you so bad, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Down to Louisiana. So that groove, it's called a train groove. So musicians, people who play blues, at least blues people who go to these things a lot, there's probably 12 grooves they know, for sure. So you just have to call out Mojo Groove, or, shuffle, or rumble, or whatever.
It is not like a jam session that you come and then you start improvising on.
There are such things. Jazz things are that way, tend to be more that way. But the things that I go to are blues jams are not like that. They can be, but it's usually somebody takes the lead and decides what to do.
And that's typically that's you.
I want that to be me, because otherwise I don't know what they're doing. I don't have so much experience that I can do it better. I have a repertoire, 30, 40, 50 songs that I can do. Usually I can follow along with people, but I don't know what key they're going to be in. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing. It's better to have some control.
Fine. This is going to be